This week we saw New South Wales release its freedom plan with restrictions easing considerably for Sydney-siders once 70% are fully vaccinated. But there is no such plan in Victoria. Melburnians have suffered the longest and harshest lockdown in the country and have cocked up more than 220 days under stay-at-home orders. Here's what Dan Andrews had to say about the New South Wales Premier's freedom roadmap.
What I can say from our point of view, and New South Wales roadmap really is a matter for them, what I can say from our point of view is that there is a power of work going on at the moment, and we'll have more to say as soon as we possibly can, and that won't be weeks and weeks away, that'll be relatively soon.
Before I introduce our next guest, Nicholas, but the Premier looks a little bit different there. Do you detect any difference in Premier Andrews' appearance?
Oh, look, I think he's obviously had a haircut, and given hairdressers are closed in Melbourne at the moment, I suspect that was probably a home job. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, nothing wrong with that, but I think he just needs to tone down the colour. He's resembling Elvis there. That was a bit too dark for the
Rita.
It is what it is. Now, this is a serious matter. We can't joke around about the lack of a roadmap because Victorians need hope. We need a plan out of this mess. And joining us now is opposition health spokeswoman Georgie Crozier. Georgie, thank you for joining us. New South Wales has considerably more daily cases than Victoria, but it seems like Sydney-siders will be having their freedoms restored before people in Melbourne.
Well, that's right, Rita. The New South Wales Premier has come out and said that she's given a bit much more direction than what you just heard from Premier Andrews, who gave us absolutely nothing in what he has said. I mean, it's very clear that New South Wales have got targets, they've got clear goals. They've said to the community, the Premier said to the community, retail can open up, gyms can open up, there will be restrictions, but there is a plan there. And New South Wales people in New South Wales know exactly what the Premier's expectations are. But here in Victoria, there still is so much uncertainty. All we're getting is, well, we might be, if we reach the target, we'll have an extra hour of exercise and we'll be allowed to go from 5Ks to 10Ks, but the curfew will remain in place. And for businesses and for kids wanting to go back to school, there is still so much uncertainty. It is as clear as mud.